Hey, I'm Sarah, and this is week 3. Week 3 was a whole new experience. You know, I'm starting to get used to what's going on, sort of, kind of, and yeah, there was definitely a lot that happened, so let's just go and get started. Monday was Labor Day, which meant that I had the day off of school and I did not have any classes, which was really nice because I got like an extra 3-day weekend, and I went with a group of friends and we went to a whole bunch of different places, which was fun because we just got up early and went, which is exciting because it's like it was my first experience off campus since I technically got on it during moving day, so it was really cool to just like go and explore and see California, and it made me really happy. So the first place that we went was the Playa Del Rey beach, which is like really close to campus, which is awesome. And it was my first legit like beach day where I would go to the beach, and I was like, it was interesting because I mean I put on my normal amount of suntan lotion that I'd wear when putting on suntan lotion, but I didn't put into perspective just how really sunny it is in Southern California in comparison to upstate New York. So I kind of got sunburned really bad that day, but it was all worth it because it was really great to just see the waves. I actually have a whole bunch of the clips I should be running about now, but I also used a lot of them, and I created the ocean video, which you can check out also, that I uploaded a while back, so you should definitely go check that out. But yes, it was amazing and it was so great, and the water was really nice. We literally just we just chilled out on the sand for a bit and went in the water a little bit and played frisbee along the beach, and it was so cool. Like I said, like beach experience was really neat, and it was gorgeous, and it was busy, but it wasn't crazy busy, so that helped. After that, we continued our wonderful day adventures, and we decided to go to lunch in Malibu, which sounds amazing. We did find a restaurant, and it was amazing. We had like view right on the ocean, which was gorgeous. I had this amazing salmon and like a whole bunch of good things. Yeah, when the food came, it was delicious. We had a really nice waiter, and the entire experience was just amazing, and I love Malibu, and I love just being there and just taking a minute to just sit back and be like, you know what, I'm having lunch in Malibu right now, and it was really cool, and it was just breathtaking. It really was. And every time a wave would come up, it would literally just crash on the window, and like there's some that were really good and it would like really hit, and others that's like you're going to think it does. It's like cheering on the waves, and yeah, it was fun. After that, we went on over to Santa Monica. It was starting to get a little bit later. Like I said, with traffic and everything, it does take a while to get anywhere, and we were spending a lot of time at these places. But we went to Santa Monica, we walked along the pier, we actually parked pretty far away from the pier, so we were just walking for like a good mile, I think, and just straight up sand. And if you walk a long time in sand, it's quite a workout. That is what I've determined by that experience, but it was so much fun. And we got there and we got to go on, we went on the Ferris wheel at sunset. I mean, technically the sunset exactly while we're in line, but once we were up there, we got to see just everything. It was like right after sunset, which was amazing, and it was so gorgeous. You see the ocean and got that nice breeze going, and it was breathtaking. It really was. It was the perfect end to a perfect night. We went on over and got some funnel cake for dessert, which is really good because funnel cake, I mean, it was amazing. And we kind of just sat and ate the funnel cake, and then decided that we were going to head back. And the only song that was playing was Good to You by Selena Gomez, which was really funny because that was like, this Labor Day has been brought to you by Selena Gomez. So it was a running joke of the day, and it was really fun. So every time I hear that song, I think of that day. So it really wasn't until I got back that I realized how burned I was. So the sunburn was just kind of like crazy, but overall it was an amazing day, and it was like kind of a reality check of what was going on. And that was just the start of the week. Tuesday was really nice because of how crazy busy Monday was with all the amazing wonderfulness. The next day I didn't have any classes, so I got to sleep in for a bit, which was great. And then I went to the diner on campus, which is super cute. It has that really cute retro style to it, which I really love, so it was really fun. And they have breakfast all day long, and it's really good. So I got French toast, and I got up and I had that French toast, and it was good. I met up with a friend and I got to talk to them for a while, and it was cool. And then after that I went on over to, and it was really cool. Actually, later that day, talking about new things in food, I tried sushi kind of for the first time. I mean, I had like one California roll before that, like several months ago, but this is my first like actual thing of sushi, and it was just it was really interesting because I wasn't sure what to expect. I had a salmon roll, I believe, and it was really good, and I did enjoy it, but it was way more filling than I expected, so yeah, sushi, but it was really cool. So later that day I ended up staying up late because there was a whole bunch going on, but turns out it was my roommate's birthday the next day, and it is a college thing where you take the birthday person and you dump them in the little fountain, which is really fun because there's this really great fountain outside of one of the buildings, and around midnight, like if you just pass by any time at midnight, there's usually somebody like either being thrown in or tossed in or just somehow dumped into the fountain to celebrate their new year of age, which is exciting. So as a group of friends, we kind of all just went and dumped her in the pond, which was really fun because it was like that birthday experience. But then afterwards, we went back to the room and like fell asleep, took a shower, and it was late. It was late, but it was the first birthday dunking that I experienced, so yeah, that was pretty cool. On Wednesday, I had some coffee that morning, which was really good, and then I had my classes, because Wednesday classes, I always have 3 classes on Wednesday, so usually Wednesdays, like I'm gonna say I had classes, because other than that, there's not that much else going on Wednesdays. And there was also an open house for the school newspaper, which is cool, and I went to that and I found out information about that, so Wednesday. So on Thursday I had an interview and I found out more about the on-campus Roar Studios, which is really neat. Later that night there was also an advanced screening of the first 2 episodes of Project Greenlight, which is a cool show about the process of filmmaking, and there's a whole bunch of like really neat people, and it was really fun going to that because there's free Chipotle beforehand, and I met some more friends, which was also really nice. And then you went and you screened the first 2 shows, and then afterwards there was a Q&A with a couple of the people from the show. So it was like I was front row, kind of off to the side, but I was still there, and it was really neat to kind of just see all of that, and kind of like, and the show's really good too, so that was super enjoyable. And actually, if you see in my room tour video, I have the hat. I have a hat from that event as well, which I keep on display, and I always just liked just be like, you know what, this is cool. So it's so relatable, especially as a film production major, so I thought that was pretty neat. Later that night I did homework and I did some editing, and that was practically it. That was my night. On Friday I actually got my first package, which was super exciting. It was from my family, and I absolutely loved everything that came in, and it was so exciting to like have that package come in and be able to open it. And then I had a letter from my brother, and it's just, the whole thing was super sweet, and it was awesome. I love getting mail normally, but when it has that much meaning, it was just so special, so that was really great. That day I also knew that it was going to be the start of my first on-set experience. It was for a short film and music video, and I got to help out, so I knew that I was going to be up for a while. It was said that it was going to go pretty late, so I decided it was going to be a good idea to go to Coffee Bean and pick up a mocha. And I didn't realize I already had 2 shots of coffee, and then I added an extra, so I ended up getting a triple shot espresso mocha. And I probably drank it too fast, which didn't help because it was really good, and then I ended up like having a slight overdose of caffeine, which is a thing, and I don't advise it. I've learned my lesson, but I mean, it was good, but too much coffee is too much coffee. But on the flip side, I actually did stay up really late with no problem, so I mean, it's not all bad here. I survived, but I'm not going to do that again. But yeah, I was on set a lot that night and just helping out in any way possible. I was there the next day also, and I was there the next day after that. So basically my entire weekend I'm combining it to one little area right now because I was on set. Being on set was really neat. It was my first set experience that was like that, and I loved it. It was really cool just to see how everything comes together, and I'm really excited to see how the project actually comes together at the end for the end product because it was really, really neat. There were so many cool effects going on and a lot of cool thought into every little detail, and I thought that was great. So it was a great first set experience, and by Sunday night I just came back, I did some more homework and editing, and yeah, I started prepping for the next day, and that was my week. This was really a great week. I was so excited to just go through an experience every day. There's so much going on and times fly by so fast. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all next time for the next week. Bye.